Hello viewers, I am Dr. Gopal Das Pawan Kumar presenting a video on Indian startups, issues, challenges and opportunities, which is a roadmap for starting a successful venture. The presentation covers issues and challenges faced by startups, opportunities available for entrepreneurs under various verticals, and Government of India initiatives that are in place for encouraging entrepreneurship. Also, a 360 degrees industry scan is provided by including reasons for current euphoria, main reasons for failure of new ventures, and the present startup ecosystem in India. I hope you would find the presentation interesting. At the outset, let me tell you who is an entrepreneur and what is an entrepreneurship. Doing something new or something different is a necessary condition for a person to be called as an entrepreneur. On the other hand, entrepreneurship is defined differently by different authors. If you look at the comprehensive definition, it is a process of creating something new with value by devoting the necessary time and effort, assuming the accompanying financial, psychic, and social risks, and receiving the resulting rewards of monetary and personal satisfaction and independence. Next, we will understand what is a startup. It is a new business that is in the initial stages of operation, typically financed by an individual or a small group or a group of persons. The objectives of a startup are to be one's own boss and to create employment for others. It is a scalable business model built on technology and innovation. Develops a product or service through disruption of existing or by creating entirely new markets. Focused on entrepreneurs in IT and ITS segment, working towards innovation and development of products or services in the areas of software and hardware. What is a startup enterprise? A startup is defined as a temporary organization that is searching for a repeatable and scalable business model. According to the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India, a startup should be a registered entity not more than 7 years old, has never crossed an annual turnover of rupees 25 crores in any preceding financial year, and a company working towards innovation and development of products or services that have high potential of wealth creation or employment generation. As per Grant Thornton, a startup business is one which is incorporated for 3 years or less, is at a funding stage of Series B or less. B series means second round of funding, is an entrepreneurial venture or a partnership, is engaged in development, production or distribution of new products, services or processes, has a revenue up to 25 crores in Indian rupees, is not formed through splitting or restructuring of the existing business, employs 50 people or less. Having understood what a startup is, let us look at the ecosystem of startups under IT and ITS. Till 2019, there were around 9,000 startups. Cumulative valuation of these was around 95 to 101 billion in dollar terms. Direct employment generated was around 390,000 and indirect employment stood at 14 to 16 lakh. 21% of Indian startups were primarily focusing on global markets. The ecosystem has become a launchpad for a large number of startups to jump into the fray. The vibrant ecosystem of startups could be gauged by the statistics available for the year 2019. 1,300 startups were established in India during that period. Total unicorns grew to 24. 7 unicorns emerged in 2019. A unicorn is a startup whose valuation has crossed $1 billion. Direct employment created crossed 60,000 numbers. Total funding received is over 4.4 billion in dollar terms. Active institutional investors were 319 numbers. Active incubators and accelerators amounted to 335 numbers. Number of industrial verticals with active startups crossed 20. Let us look at the distribution of startups under different verticals as of 2019. Under enterprise technology, 19% were active. Health tech, 14%. Fintech, 10% were involved. HR tech, 6%. EdTech, 6%. Retail and retail technology, 5%. Travel and hospitality, 4%. Supply chain management and logistics, 4% startups were involved. Real estate and construction, again 4%. Automotive, again 4%. Industrial and manufacturing, 3%. Food and food technology, 3% startups were involved. Mobility, 3%. Agri-tech, 2%. And 13% were involved in other verticals. So viewers, in future, more startups may join the fray under more exclusive verticals. We may have to wait and watch. Now let us look at the Government of India initiatives to encourage entrepreneurs to start new ventures. Make in India campaign was introduced in September 14 to attract foreign investments and encourage domestic companies to participate in the manufacturing sector. Government increased the foreign direct investment limits for most of the sectors and strengthened intellectual property rights protection to instill confidence in the startups so that they will not lose out on their innovation and creativity to overseas companies. Startup India, introduced in 2016, is intended to build a strong ecosystem for nurturing innovation and startups in the country that will drive sustainable economic growth and generate large-scale employment opportunities. Stand Up India in 2015 aimed at promoting entrepreneurship among women and SC/STs and to help startups with bank funding. A few other government initiatives include Digital India, which was introduced in 2015 to ensure government services are made available to every citizen through online platform, which proved to be a big success from the time of demonetization. Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, which means self-reliant India, is to make our country a bigger and more important part of the global economy, pursuing policies that are efficient, competitive and resilient and being self-sustaining and self-generating. The five pillars of Atmanirbhar Bharat, namely economy, infrastructure, technology-driven systems, vibrant demography, and demand would get a desired boost on successful implementation. Let us concentrate on issues and challenges faced by entrepreneurs. First is financial resources. Availability of finance is a big issue with most of the entrepreneurs. 85% of new companies are reportedly underfunded. Revenue generation is another challenge. New ventures fail due to poor revenue generation as the business grows. They are forced to concentrate on the funding instead of concentrating on the business. Team members. Teamwork is missing in most of the cases. Hiring and retaining high quality talent in the areas of product and technology is becoming a key challenge. Supporting infrastructure is another issue. Lack of access to incubators, science and technology parks, business development centers, etc., increases the risk of success of the new venture. Creating awareness in markets is also a big challenge. Entrepreneurs fail to promote their venture properly. Exceed customer expectation is one of the issues which the entrepreneurs have to look at. Startups have to provide over and above an earlier innovation in order to carve a niche market and grow the business further. In continuation, tenacity of founders is another issue. Startups have to be tough when the going gets tough. Entrepreneur needs to be persistent, persuasive, and should never give up till he or she achieves desired results. Regulations. Number of cumbersome approvals are required in India to start a venture. Our country occupies 63rd position currently among 190 nations in the World Bank's ease of doing business. Government should endeavor to cut down the number of approvals required to enable start a business within a month. Growth decelerators. Major issues the influence of incubators, institutes, and other agencies which try to control the startups in the name of helping, mentoring, etc. Lack of mentorship is another challenge. Proper guidance and mentorship is not available to the budding entrepreneurs. Lack of good branding strategy. To have an identity and occupy a space in the consumer minds, the new unit should build a reputation for a quality offering as early as possible. Replicating Silicon Valley. India is not America. Lot of tweaking and modifications could be required when trying to transplant an American product, concept and business model into Indian markets. As all of us know, Indian infrastructure, internet and telecom penetration need to improve a lot to match similar status. Let us embark on the interesting part of the journey. What are the opportunities available for entrepreneurs? With customers becoming aware of the benefits and convenience of new products, viability of startups is no more a difficult proposition. Demand and consumption of goods and services are going to be the driving force behind innovation and creation. With the right product, the success rate could be high with possible opportunities for exports. With over 130 crore population, India boasts of high demographic dividend. It is learned that 36 crore youngsters are in the age group of 10 to 24 and 1.5 crore will be joining the workforce annually, giving a fillip to the Indian economy. There is a definite movement in startup arena due to high penetration of IT and internet. It is learned that around 70 crore users access internet daily. Some more opportunities are knocking on the doors of the entrepreneurs in India. Due to multicultural and multilingual regions, India needs innovative solutions to health, education, infrastructure, sanitation, etc. Each problem provides a unique opportunity for startups to create a business around it. Another driver is India's tele-density, which reached 77% with a subscriber base of 96 crore, bringing in convenience and reach to consumer segments including Tier 2 and Tier 3 towns. The reduction in data charges will also help startups to tap into new markets and even disrupt traditional businesses. Further, Government of India's digital push is going to improve connectivity and data to higher levels, bringing in more software applications to find solutions for day-to-day issues being faced by Indian population. Why there is so much euphoria and buzz in Indian startup arena? To mention, there are many reasons. The bottom of the pyramid space in India is a potential market for offerings ranging from food, clothing, water, and hygiene items. Change of mindset of experienced executives from being salaried class to becoming risk takers is also a reason for growth of startup culture. These stalwarts want to start their own ventures to prove themselves as wealth creators. Huge investments of 14.5 billion US dollars in 2019 in startups and the success stories of many are luring other enterprising people to join the fray. A number of venture capitalists and angel investors are aggressive and gung-ho on Indian startups as they see a lot of potential with some of them expected to become unicorns. Investments by business leaders like Ratan Tata of Tata Sons, Narayana Murthy of Infosys, Azim Premji of Wipro, Anand Mahindra of Mahindra Mahindra, Mukesh Ambani of Reliance, Mohandas Pai of Orange Capital, Ronnie Screwval of Unilaser Ventures, and many more is also a strong reason encouraging individuals to take the plunge. A list of popular startups and their areas of operation is given in the statement appearing on the screen. Most of them the viewers are already aware of. For example, in food delivery we have Swiggy, Zomato, and for groceries we have Big Basket. EdTech we have Byju's, Unacademy. Fancy online games we have Dream11. Hospitality we have Oyo. Online beauty products Nykaa. Taxi aggregators Ola. Online furniture Urban Ladder. Insurance Policy Bazaar. Online fish meat delivery Fresh to Home. So as you go down the list, there are many verticals under which lot of startups are operating. Some of them have already become unicorns. So viewers, please go through the list if you are interested to know the startups and their area of operation. In order to provide an idea about the wealth created by some of the Indian startups, I am showing you a statement which provides the valuation details. These are unicorns whose valuation is more than US $1 billion. These valuations may have changed as of now, but however, they are indicative of the success they received in the market. Let me share some of the details. Paytm is valued around US $16 billion. Oyo Rooms around 10 billion US dollars. Byju's around 5.75 US billion dollars. Swiggy around 3.3 billion US dollars. Delivery, Policy Bazaar, Lenskart are each valued around US 1.5 billion dollars. InMobi, Dream11, Big Basket are each valued at around 1 billion US dollars. These valuations viewers may spur some of the enterprising people to take up entrepreneurship in right earnest. Let us look at some of the opportunities available for startups at the lower end of investments. I have suggested few areas which the entrepreneurs could think of with some variations. The list contains affordable snacks and tiffins, waste management in tier 2 and 3 cities, washing and ironing, supply of drinking water in small packets, diagnostic centers, traditional health drinks with Ayurveda inputs, media support services, solar energy products like solar lamps, training for employment, IT and ITES supports, franchising of businesses, food processing, support for retail businesses, pharmacy and essential supplies, local food delivery, etc. Individually or in collaboration with IT companies, startups could offer novel products or services, disrupting the traditional or creating new markets. I also suggest few opportunities at the higher end of investments which could also open the doors for exports. A promising area is auto component manufacturing. As you are all aware, India is a hub for small car manufacturing. There is a tremendous scope for exports too. Engineering goods is another area which provides an opportunity for local supplies as well as exports. Agri-based opportunities are available in horticulture, floriculture, organic farming, biotechnology, etc. Indian Ayurveda products and medicines are also very popular. They have caught the attention of locals as well as overseas customers. In software, India has established its lead and the market pie is growing with opportunities galore. Dear viewers, after discussing the issues, challenges, and opportunities available for startups, I would be failing in my duty if I don't share with you the reasons for failure of some of the new ventures. Based on the analysis of around 100 firms, it was found that 42% of them failed as the product had no market. 29% firms ran out of cash. 23% did not have the right team, whereas 18% closed due to pricing issues. Further, 17% firms had poor product, 14% failed due to poor marketing, and finally 8% had no investor interest. Dear friends, let me conclude my presentation by summarizing. The current economic scenario in India is on expansion mode, providing tremendous opportunities to entrepreneurs. Indian government wants to increase the rate of growth of GDP and has put a number of liberal policies and schemes in place to encourage and support new enterprises. Small contributions from a number of startups will have cascading effect in improving economy and employment generation. Initiatives like Make in India, Startup India, Atmanirbhar Bharat, etc. will encourage and inspire entrepreneurs to join the bandwagon to transform India into a self-reliant country. In continuation, entrepreneurs should avoid the pitfalls which could kill an enterprise. These issues have been discussed under reasons of failures earlier. Being a country with a large population, the plethora of opportunities available are many for startups to offer products and services in sectors like food, retail, small housing, health, hygiene, solar power, tourism, etc. Startup ecosystem could make brilliant minds to explore Indian markets and arrest brain drain, thus improving availability of local talent for Indian companies. We could expect some of the startups to become unicorns and may become world-renowned businesses in future. It is a fact that public-private institutions cannot provide employment to every student coming out of college. As such, entrepreneurship is a viable alternative or a solution for Indian youth. Thank you viewers for your interest shown. You may contact me for clarifications if any at my email ID appearing on the screen.